Bryan Danielson wrestled Wheeler Yuta. Is Wheeler his first given Christian name, or is that a nickname or a nom de plume?
I will look that up. I don't know.
Is he a wheeler by trade? They called him wheelwrights in the old days, didn't they? Where the people had made the wagon wheels. He's of Asian origin or descent, it looks like, with the name Yuta. So, do they make wagon wheels over in Southeast Asia, wherever? I don't know. And why the tights? The tights are repulsive.
I'm not seeing anything that says that it's not his real name.
Well, anyway, whatever does he just wheels around? Maybe he does Pop's wheelies.
He's a wheeler dealer.
He's a wheeler dealer. He's a good-looking kid, and he's obviously pretty athletic. They brought him in and stuck him with the fucking Puddin' Gang, and immediately then everybody thinks, okay, he's just an interchangeable dipshit. Now that after having exposed him on television with the goofs and him being the guy that loses in the group of goofs, now without changing his tights or his name or his facial expression, they're gonna fucking push him. And we'll get to Ring of Honor in a minute, which this was kind of embarrassing when you think about it. But Danielson wrestled Yuta and Danielson won. Danielson's great. Yuta's okay. His tights are repulsive. But now this is another guy, instead of having a plan for this guy where he just showed up one day and they stuck him in the Puddin' Gang, and once that everybody's got their opinion made up about him, because that's what you do when you see a guy. I learned this my first week in the business by people just telling me in the locker room. You know where a guy stands as soon as he appears in a wrestling promotion by who he's competitive with and who he's wrestling and how long it takes and all that stuff. And so they put him in with undercard guys and they beat him, and now suddenly we're supposed to, whether he's a good wrestler or not, it doesn't matter. We already know. And nothing has changed about his presentation besides him saying, oh, I want to bow up and be a part of the Black Fool Fight Club or whatever. So anyway.
And that may be enough. I mean, I think those fans are very forgiving, the ones that are there, the ones that are the most hardcore watchers of AEW. And I think Wheeler Yuta has talent. We actually liked him when we saw him in the what was the Ring of Honor tournament? Was it the Pure tournament? I guess it was.
Pure tournament. Yes, he's an athletic guy and a good-looking kid, and he seems serious. And besides his horrendous tights, but you don't just bring a guy in and present him on television for several weeks as a goof and then just start moving him up the ladder. That's
what Tony does. That's what he did with Miro. That's what he does with everyone. If it's good enough for Miro, it's good enough for Wheeler Yuta. That's what I say.
That's why nobody gets over. They're over when they come in, and then they get less over as they go along because of the way that they're utilized.
One last thing I do want to say, because I didn't say it already. Really good match. Really enjoyed it.
And, and Danielson is tremendous also in anything, but just,